friends, happy Friday, surprise. Welcome to day 2 of Hallo-Fall-Mas, Fall-Oween-Mas. Oh heck, merry everything. This is the month where I spend all month, hopefully, shopping my own stash and getting to some of those half-finished or not even started yet projects that really just need to get started, get done, and get out the door. Who's with me? Raise your hand in the comments if you have any of those half-finished or unstarted projects that you just need to take care of. If this video sounds good to you, stick with me and we can get through our craft stash together this month. So welcome to my live, and if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Chalk Couture. So once you hop on tonight's live or you hop on the replay at a later date, say hi in the comments, tell me where you're watching from, and if at any time during this video you like what you see, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button, hit the heart button, follow, subscribe, tag your crafty friends, invite them to watch along with you, and please, please, please spread some craft love all over Facebook and YouTube. That just helps my little channel get seen by new eyeballs, and I could use all of the help from you, my friends. I do also want to let you know I'm live in 2 locations, so if you hear me refer to a comment that's not in your feed, that person may be watching on a different platform. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and check the comments. We're not going to waste any more time because time is precious to everyone. So I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera. Again, let's get started. Let's get crafting. I am ready to get some of these projects started, finished, and out the door. So we are going to be using the Happy Fall You All transfer from 2018. So this is a very retired, very sought after, very popular transfer. I happen to have one in my stash. So if at any time you think you might want to purchase this out of my personal inventory, just put fall in the comments and I will send you the link with all of the information. This is a C size 18 by 18. No, it is a D size 18 by 18 transfer. So again, this one will be for sale for anyone, first come, first serve. So for anyone who might be interested, I will post the link in the description of the video after I am finished and after I have it posted where it needs to be posted. So just follow in the comments if you are interested in possibly purchasing it. So I'm going to put that one away. So I have mine, or I have this one. It has been used and cut apart. So this is why I leave my transfers mostly intact, because now I have 5 different pieces that I'm trying to keep track of. So this one says Happy Fall Y'all, and then it has 2 of these pieces of greenery. We're going to put everything away except for just the fall. And then I also, I'm sorry about that glitching. It does not do that till I go live. I have a 14-inch round that I faux stained with Waverly Antique Wax, and then I wiped it off. So I've done both sides. I'm trying to figure out which side. I think we'll do this side. And so I'm going to do my famous to me, infamous color blocking. So I'm going to do kind of a band of color here. My fall's going to go down. I have picked out 4 colors. So I have saffron, which I think is a retired color, but you could mix bumblebee and a tiny skosh of probably brown bark together. I have moss. I have papaya, And then I have the new espresso. And I actually wanted to do a comparison to see, you know what? I forgot to, a comparison to see how it looked with bark. I'm also checking to make sure I have the right microphone set, and I do. Hello, Miss Bonita. She's watching from her easy chair, she says. Huh, that's interesting. Actually, the camera is not quite correct. These are almost identical. Brown is right here on the right. Espresso is on the left. Brown is just a tick lighter. I was hoping it would be darker, a lot darker, but so that is a good comparison. It's a pretty, I mean, it is darker, but it's a pretty close color to bark. Okay, so I also pulled out Waverly Plaster and Waverly Cashew. Can't decide which one I want to do as my color band. And then I also have this fabric right here. So I don't know whether to do plaster or cashew. I think either one would work. Plaster would be my first choice, but maybe we should not go with our first choice and go with cashew. I think we'll just try it. And like I said before, I don't know if Miss Bonita, if you missed it, but we're using this Happy Fall Y'all transfer from 2018. It is retired. It's kind of a unicorn. I do have one in my stash for sale. So if anyone's interested, let me know. Trying to use up my projects and get some inventory out the door. Okay, so I think I'm going to drop that down. I also have this chipboard little hello. I'm sure I probably have a small hello transfer in my stash, but again, I also have this. So I think I'm going to drop this down like here. Okay. So I'm going to get out some tape. We're just going to tape off a line down here. Like roughly right there. Hopefully that's straight. I'm not terribly worried. That looks pretty straight. Okay, so let's get to painting. Okay, so again, this is cashew. Let's see what it looks like. And actually, let me get some water out. And I'm going to spray down my paintbrush. Okay. Okie doke, let's get to painting. Benita says, looks straightish to me. Ooh, I like this color. I'm glad I went with that one. So how's everyone doing? How's everyone's week? Did you all have a good 4th of July? It's pretty quiet. We were mainly trying to make sure Luna didn't go cray-cray on us. She's pretty on edge. She doesn't even like to go outside to go to the bathroom. She's glad that it is July 5th. We are kind of glad that it's July 5th. Okay. Try to get out most of my paint strokes. I'm using Cashew. It's by Waverly. It's a little bit more creamy than plaster is. Just kind of getting some of this off of the edges before it dries. Okay, let's dry that. I don't know if I can tip it. Cashew. Bonita says she loves it. So tell me in your comments. I'm sorry about the flickering. I don't know what's going on. What is your favorite food to eat for the 4th of July? Do you have any 4th of July food traditions? Or are you a staunch homemade ice cream maker? Is it hot dogs? And do you grill? We don't really have any traditions. Oops. This mat is melting, bubbling up. So we'll just move it. It's got a few little bubbles now. Okay. Let's take that off. We don't need it. Okay. Feels pretty dry. Go ahead and give it a little bit of a sanding because it's kind of rough. Okay. So now that 4th of July is over, who is ready for fall? Anita says she loves a good watermelon. Yum. Just haven't had any luck getting any at the grocery store. I'm the only one in my house that eats watermelon, so I don't get it very often. My favorite NASCAR driver comes from a watermelon farming family, but I think they mainly sell on the East Coast. I don't think we can get any of their watermelon here. I'm just adding a second coat. Jason says he's ready for cooler temps. I know, it's sad we're only in like the first week of July. We still have at least a couple months left. It's just getting started, Jason. summer anyway, summer temps. Yeah, we had a pretty decent storm here on Wednesday. Was that Wednesday night? Yeah, it came rolling in about midnight-ish, between 11 and 12, I think. We actually lost power, so we didn't have air conditioning all night long. It was a hot one. We didn't get it till about 8:30 the next morning. Anita said she didn't get your power on until almost 1:30. Wow, I thought we had it bad with 8:30. Yeah, you guys did. Whew. That was a crazy storm. It just came out of the, really, literally out of the blue. Let that cool off a little bit. Okay, I'm going to give it just a little sanding again. Very lightly. Just to make my surface a little smoother. Okay. Now I think I'm ready to, I'll show you the difference again of the two colors now that the lids are back on. So the left hand has plaster, the right hand has cashew. A little more creamy. This one's more of a kind of an off-white, whereas this one's really more of a cream. Okay, sorry, you're probably going to see my head, but I got to reach and get my wax. It's clear back there. So because this is painted, I want to protect my painted surface, and I'm just going to stick this right in here. I don't want it to totally dry out. Oops. I want to protect my painted surface and my transfer, so I'm going to wax. You can use Chocolate wax, which just for fun, I'm going to use, Benita says she's got to get her some cashew. It's so pretty. It is very pretty. And I don't know if our Walmart has it. I think I may have purchased it at the McPherson Walmart. They have more colors in the Waverly paint line than ours does, which sucks, but this way I get to also get Slim Chickens, so it's a win-win. I'm heating my wax up just a little bit because my surface wax is a little dry and a little hard. So this will just become a protective barrier for not only my paint, but my transfer. So my transfer is sticky backed. It has adhesive on the back side. And if it's too sticky, it'll pull up my paint, and it may even pull up some of the actual wood. or it could be so sticky that it stretches or gets distorted when I pull it off. And so this wax will just kind of keep it from sticking so hard that it either ruins my paint or ruins my transfer. Now it's nice and slick. Okay. Just be careful if you use a heat tool with your wax, because I almost completely liquefied it. But it went on pretty smooth. Okay. Probably should have taken that off already. Okie doke. So we'll bring our transfer back. This is a sticky, like I said, a sticky back transfer. Because it is reusable about 8 to 12 times, depending on how well you take care of it. You need to note on the back side that is the back side of the transfer. Somewhere I have a pen. This pen will work. Oh. Well, you kind of get the point. So I wrote the word fall on the back side. You can just write the word back if you really want to, or you can write the whole transfer name. I'm going to peel off the carrier sheet. And I think, just to be safe, I'm going to pull out a fuzz cloth. Yeah, going back to that Waverly paint, I know I bought like a dusk blue and a kind of a hazelnut brown and this cashew color. I think I bought them all at the same time at the Walmart in McPherson. I'm realizing that our Walmart is a small market in the store. It doesn't have everything that like Topeka's Walmart or McPherson or Great Bend, or it kind of stinks, really. It doesn't have half of the stuff that McPherson's Walmart has. Their craft section is like 4 times bigger, which I guess for my wallet is a good thing. Okay. Think so. To try to find the middle of the design, I'm going to line up this edge of the L with the outside edge of the F-ish, and then I'm going to pinch in the middle to try to find the center, and it'll give me a little pinch line. And then I know that my round is 14 inches. So if I line that mark up with the 7 that's on my ruler, that should be center. I'm not going to stick it down yet. Jason says McPherson's Walmart is awesome. It is. And you don't necessarily always want to go based on, you don't want to use the transfer as a visual sometimes, because like there's only a little over 1.5 inches here. There's like 2.5 inches over here, as far as from the edge of the letter to the transfer. I'm going to kind of use this part of the L. It's fairly close. Okay. This transfer has a few wrinkles in it, so I want to make sure that I burnish really well. And I don't necessarily want to use this top line of the transfer as an edge either because it may not be cut straight. But Anita says she stopped there a couple times and their Walmart is so much cleaner too. Yep. And it's right across the street from Slim Chickens, so it doesn't get any better than that. Okay, so let's bring our paste colors in. So this is moss and saffron. I don't think saffron is a current color, but it's one of my favorite colors. And then we'll open up espresso. Good. I have a tendency to leave these on, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this off. Now, this looks like chocolate pudding. Yum. Okay. I gotta get it all off of my fingers, or it will, if I don't, it will be everywhere. Okay. And let's go ahead. We'll just clean this one off. Maybe we'll just use one transfer or one squeegee tonight. I don't really want to have to clean all the squeegees, although they're super easy. Just clean water and some, I'm going to tuck that under. Just a little bit of water and a plain old kitchen sponge. Okay, so now I think I'll just go in the order that I have them laid out. So this is moss. So I'm just dipping my squeegee into the paste color. And I'm just dragging it across the silk screen area. And then I'm going to even out all of my little squeegee lines. If you leave those in there, they will dry into your design. So I can put all of this excess back into the jar. And I can use it for the next project. Go ahead and clean that off so we can reuse it. And I'm also going to peel this portion of the transfer up because I don't want my paste to dry in the silk screen. I'm going to get my pick tool out. Oh, I love that color. Let's move on to the next color. So we'll use saffron. Amanda, what y'all knowing about fall or what? How you doing, Miss Amanda? I saw some of the play day in the park pics. I know I saw Oliver in a few of those pics. There were some good pics. You don't want cooler temps? Ugh. Yuck. I am already over the 100-degree stuff. Although it's been pretty we've had it pretty lucky so far. We had a really long spring. Okay. There's the, oh, I just love mustard yellow. I've been wanting to, I'd always been wanting to do Christmas in July. I just was usually never that on the ball about things. And I certainly would probably not do fall projects this early, but I think Raised Rustic in Ellsworth is having their open house like in the first or second week in August. So I got to get my booty in gear. Amanda said that your kids had a blast at play day in the park. The foam party was a big hit. It looked like it was a ton of fun. I think they have one of those big foam. They have foam like that at Dollywood this month. And from the videos I've seen, it looks like it's a ton of fun. So this is the new espresso color. And now that it's open, after I get done with this letter, I can show you in real life the color difference. So let's put that back in the jar and get my, and let's, I'm going to peel it from this way. Oops. Okay. Let's burnish this L and let's open bark so we can kind of see. I guess now that we have them open, espresso is on the left and bark is on the right. So espresso is a little darker. It's not as dark as, it's not more dark than I was hoping for. We're pretty close, but it's fun to have a darker color. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the lids on these. So yeah, it looked like, oops, that's getting wet. It looked like play day in the park was a lot of fun. Got that wet. Okay, last color. This one is papaya. Let's get a little bit more. Okay, put that back in, and then I just need to figure out what color to do the hello in. Should I do it in the cashew color? I really should probably see if I have a transfer that would work, but I also want to use up some of that. Okay. Get the clean one out. Okay, let's take this off. So to clean this, I just need to, you just need to introduce a water source, whether that be like taking it to a sink or spraying it down with some water. So fun. And actually on the espresso dries a lot darker. It almost looks black. I need to dry this little guy. Got a little wet. I'm kind of thinking either saffron, moss, or my cashew color for this hello. Which cashew is this base color? Anita said if she was doing it, she would paint it cashew and then use some dark wax or some Tim Holtz ink on the edges of the word. Well, let's just go with that. Let me get out my dark wax over here so I don't forget, because I will. Let me get a paper towel. So I have I knew what you meant, Benita. She said ink to distress the edges of the wood. Jason says it looks adorable. Thank you. I need a stir stick. Okay, let's get a little bit of this cashew back out. I'm just going to put it in the color tray. And then I had another, oh, I do have another piece of paper. So I'm just going to use one of these makeup wedge sponges. And I'm going to dab. This is a good way not to get it all over the edges. However, I think I may have to do the edges of this. I could do the same thing with the color I used on the A. Yeah, that was the saffron. That's what it looks like so far. I could probably put it up there. Yeah, I'm going to have to paint the edges because it's a pretty thick piece of chipboard. It'll look funny if I don't paint the edges. Oops. That just soaks up the paint. Okay. See how it's pretty thick? Oops. I'm going to have to probably paint the edges. So I need to get a small paintbrush. Let's see if this will work. That's going to get tedious. I should have thought of that ahead of time, but just try to slap it on the edges. Usually I don't worry about the edges because usually it's a lasered and those you can sand those pretty easily if you get paint where you don't want it. Since this is a big old fat chipboard, I didn't know how well that would go over. If I get enough paint on my brush, I do it pretty quickly. I may not worry about the insides. Those may not be as visible because they're skinny. It was beeping at me. So does anybody have any vacations planned this summer? Put a little bit of water in my lid to thin that out. Hey, Miss Ashley. We are just painting a chipboard. Hello. Oops. Forgot a whole side over here. It's not perfect because the paint is really soaking into the chipboard, but we're just going to do one coat. Thea says, I love what you're making. Thank you, Miss Thea. Much appreciated. Now let's do the bottom. I'm getting very messy. Anita says she's leaving next Saturday for a couple days, then over to South Dakota, then North Dakota. Oh, to watch her grandson play in the regional baseball tournament. Wow. At least they always pick someplace that's slightly cooler. Okay, let's let that dry for a little bit. Since that's okay. So I'll put that there. I gotta wash my hands. And then we'll work on our hanger. Okay, so let's put this to the side over here. We'll leave that out. Let's punch our holes. So I use the We Are memory keepers. They are now called We Are Makers, but this is the Crocodile Big Bite. And this glass mat works perfect for that. So I get, shoot. I have a centering ruler somewhere, but it's obviously I did not put it back where it goes. Miss Ashley's asking if we shot off firecracker. Oh wait, let's go back up to Amanda. Amanda said they're headed to Beaver Lake the first part of August. Where's that? And then Miss Ashley asked, that's weird, if we shot off any fireworks. We did not. Little Miss Luna hates them. So we did not. So I just kind of line up my ruler and I use the lines on my glass mat. And then I just make 2 little marks like that. I have just this little white chalk marker kind of thing that I use. Oh, Eureka, you frequent Arkansas quite often. I think there's in their cabin there. So I have my 2 little dots here. And then I use my big bite, and it makes 2 different size holes. And I like it because it has this little guard right here, kind of a measurement guard. And so I can kind of place my door hanger and I can kind of see okay, so that's like right there. And then I can move the guide so that when I do the other side, I can kind of match up and then it just cuts the little holes for me. Same thing with this one. Just kind of line the hole punch up with the dot. There we go. Easy peasy. And it only does up to like 1/4 of an inch. Okay. Now I have that cut. And let's see if I can get this through there. Let's cut two of those. Let's get some scissors. Amanda says Thea would like to know what next weekend she gets to. That next weekend she gets to see the Little Mermaid at Starlight, and then the following weekend you're doing Worlds of Fun. Little Mermaid at Starlight's going to be fun. I saw Annie. Oh, there goes something at Starlight when I was in college. It was a ton of fun. I haven't been there since. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the edges of my twine to get them through the holes. You really want to see Annie? I loved it. But Annie's also kind of sentimental for me. I had a family that I babysat for in junior high and high school. And I would go there every Saturday to watch the kiddos while the parents were at work. And literally every Saturday for years. We watched Annie, but I loved it. It's one of my favorite movies. I don't watch it very much anymore, but yeah, and I'm talking years. Okay, so I just doubled these up, and then I'm gonna kind of meet them in the middle, and then make a little knot. There's that part of the hanger. Then if they're not even, you can kind of adjust them. And then you either tear this off, you can tear it off, and then they'll just kind of fray naturally. I do try to even them out. And now we get to add, let's see if it's getting dry. So that still needs a little bit of time. So let's pull out our fabrics. So I have this gingham with the vintage truck. I have some orange gingham. This is probably a little more spring, but the actual inside of the flower is orange, and I really liked that green color. Then I have this papaya rust color, and then some fall leaves, and then this is just kind of a orange brown, and it has a little, it has a little bit of that hazelnut color. So we'll just, this one doesn't really go, but I'm going to use it anyway. It does have the truck color is kind of the cashew, and then it does have green stems and orange pumpkin. So we'll use it. I'm going to cut just 3 little snips into my fabric. And then I'll tear these into 3. I've gotten to where I don't even use ribbon anymore. I just use fabric. It's my favorite. It's kind of my, it's just kind of my style. It's what I do. Benita says, all of those fabrics are perfect. Thank you. I'll have to show you my fabric stash from earlier. Usually every time I go to Hobby Lobby, I usually try to check the fabric remnants, and I scored today. Of course, some of you will think it's the apocalypse when you see a particular fabric that I actually purchased. Jason said he was going to run and look for my pod under the bed. Okay, there's the orange gingham. I think I got this one when I made that. I'm only going to cut a couple because it's really long. I think I got this one when I made that God is Good All the Time kind of fabric. Oh, this one didn't tear right. Oh well. That one's kind of a dud. I'll use it anyway. I'll pull some of these strings as I go, otherwise they get overwhelming. Okay, let's try that one again. Oh, it did not tear right. There, that's better. It's where they're super long. Okay. Okay, so there's those colors. All right, I know you probably hate watching me tear fabric, but Let's do 2 of those. Oh, poop sticks. Let's go into my scrap bin. Try that one again. Still didn't tear the greatest, but this. Cut that end off. Bonita says she finds ripping fabric therapeutic. It's the sound. Yeah, I hope nobody's listening with earphones right now. So definitely get an earful. It's just, I can't cut straight to save my life. So cutting or tearing is just easier. But yeah, it is also, I kind of do like the sound. This one isn't my favorite, but it has all the colors, so this one was not my favorite, but there's 3 of these. I think we'll cut the selvage off. Okay, let's finish. Okay, I have strings everywhere. I think we'll just use one of these odd pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna, because I'll have hello over here, we'll put it over here. So I'm literally just going to lay these in an X over my little tie piece here. No particular order. That one is a bit long, and we can trim as we go. Actually, that one is a bit long. Okay, so then let's do this color. We haven't done this gingham yet. And I think we can start over. And again, it doesn't even, I don't even do this in a pattern. As much as I like symmetry, this part I just kind of place down as I see. What haven't I done recently? Let's do an orange. Let's see. I have one of every color left except green. That one's not a yucky, that's a yucky green. Okay, that one's a bit long, so I'll cut part of that one off. Oh boy. That one's not the best one either. I think we'll save that one. Okay, put these two down and we'll call it good. Okay, so here's my ties, and I literally actually maybe should use let's just use this one. It'll be kind of hidden. And then I just kind of fluff it out. And if it covers the fall a little bit, we can trim it if we need to. Okay, let's bring our Hello back in. I just love fall projects. I think they're my favorite to do. Okay, so let me get, not that one. I'm going to use, I have just a junky stencil brush. And I'm going to practice on the back. Just to kind of see. Okay. Just to kind of get my, what I'm going to do. So I'm going to dab a little bit off over here. Here goes. So it's just going to add a little bit of, it kind of does the same thing that like sanding the edge would do. Just gives it a little bit of dimension so it's not so flat. So I've done the O. And you can add as much as you want. I'm not the best at this. I still have to perfect my technique. That's a little darker. But this stuff goes a long way, so don't be piling it on there. You can always add to it, but you can't. It's hard to take it off. Okay, so again, I'm just going to dip my brush. And I'm kind of just brushing from the side to kind of get some of those edges. So like on the H, I'm just kind of going from the edge. That got a little dark. Oops, you couldn't see any of that. Sorry. So there's what it looks like normally. It's just going to give it, and you can do the same thing to, let's sand the edges of this really quick. Let me get, oh, actually, I'll just use one of my nail files. I'm just going to sand the edge of this. Okay. So now we can do the same thing to, oh, I just stuck my thumb in my wax. Ew. That was gross. It felt disgusting. I gotta get all that out. Okay. Ugh. So for this, I'm just gonna stick my finger in there and just kind of rub it on the edge. Okay. Okay. And then I think just gonna dust a little from the edge as well. Just to kind of grunge that part up a little bit. Okay. Now we can glue on our hello. Put that back in my nail file away. I'm trying to put things up as I go. Put things away. Okay. Okay, so now I might have gotten that a bit too grungy. And I almost need to do the sides. Anita says she's loving this project. Thank you. So I'm just going to take my brush and go along the, because they look a little too clean. Mainly just the top. I don't think you'll see the bottom. If you do, you're looking a little too close. That looks a little better. Okay, so now let's get my glue. Make sure it's going to come out. Kind of. I love this glue, but it kind of clogs. Okay. And you don't necessarily have to have this particular transfer to do this project. If you have any of the fonts, you could probably do it. You could also kind of give it a steampunk look by using like some of the letters from the porch leaner transfers. Like you could do the F from Freedom. You could do the A from the Autumn transfer. And then you could find an L from like the Welcome transfer. And then is there another L from another? And then you could do like the monogram letters as well. Kind of using the, I think we'll just stick it right there. I did that with Hello Friends. I used a script, little small hello, and then all of the letters were from different leaners, and it looked really cool. I don't think that that's even now that I've shoved that down there. So this should dry clear, but I still want to get some of that glue that oozed out. Okay. That looks like it got stuck down. I'm probably going to have to put something heavy on it all night long. Okay, that's good enough for right now, though. I'll probably put something heavy on it to make sure that it gets stuck down. But let me show you up front, and then I'm going to put the camera back to the overhead because I have some things to show you. Oh, I just minimized myself so I can't see a thing. Okay, and I probably will have to trim some of this. That's what it looks like. Oh yeah, it's a little too long. Let's just give it a haircut. Oops. Real quick. Give it our haircut. And it doesn't have to be, and I could even probably pull it up some. To where wires. That way it's not so long. There, that's even better. Of course, now it's hiding the hello a bit, but that's okay. Super cute. I love it myself. It's going to be hard to sell it, but I'm going to. So hello fall. Let me show you overhead. Ashley says she loves it. Thank you. Let me go back up here. So there's what the hello looks like. And then there's what the fall. Super cute. I love it. I'm not going to want to get rid of it, but somebody else needs to enjoy it. Okay, so I wanted to show you a few things that I got in the mail today. I got a few of the new transfers that are, those are backer sheets. That's nothing fun, but totally necessary. Some of the transfers that are releasing on Tuesday to the public. I didn't get very many. I'm trying to only get what sparks joy. I mean, yes, they all spark joy, but the ones that like truly spark joy that I know I'll use. So these will release on Tuesday, July 9th? 5, 6, yeah, Tuesday. So we have this cute little Hello Fall. It's a very kind of boho design. Super cute. It's a size A. And then this one's called Love Like Jesus. So it says believe like Mary, trust like Joseph, love like Jesus. Lots of cute things. And then this one is called October 31st, October 31. Look at the little dot detail in the numbers. So that one's super cute. There's some really cute ones, but I didn't want to go haywire. This one is a C size transfer. It's called Welcome to Our Patch. So it's perfect for the hoop wreath, and it comes with a leaf, but then it also comes with a pine cone, a little evergreen bough, an acorn, a pumpkin, a strawberry, which would be great for summer, and then a cute little heart. And you can either have it say welcome to our home or welcome to our patch. And then there's this really cute design over here. Benita says she loves the nativity. I kind of figured you would. I didn't realize it was a size A though, but it is. It's super cute. Lots of fun things to do with that. And then I got this one that also goes on the hoop wreath. This one is called Merry Christmas Noel. So it has Merry Christmas, Joy to the World, and Noel. And then it has this pattern. We also have glow-in-the-dark ink releasing. We have embroidery kits releasing, so you can, it's not any of these, but like the groovy florals, they're like you would, I think you ink the design, and then it comes with an embroidery hoop and embroidery floss, and then you can embroider on top of the design. Benita says, yeah, too bad it's not bigger. Yeah. And then we also have 6 new Dixie Belle products releasing. So 2 of them are Gator Hide, and the other one is Crackle. And then there's also Sea Spray, which is a texture additive. And then there are 3 Voodoo Gel Stains, Tobacco, Up in Smoke, Tobacco Road, Up in Smoke, and All Natural, which is kind of a white. It's kind of a whitewash stain. And then we also still have the Gilded Wax in gold and silver. Trying to think what else is new. I'll put some graphics together and post those this weekend. But I also wanted to show you my fabric. So don't sleep on the remnants at Hobby Lobby. I got some fun Hello Kitty fabric. I got this fabric to make more pumpkins. It's kind of just a natural farmhouse-ish, modern farmhouse kind of fabric. I got, you want to, I've got a couple that I already had in my stash. I'll pull them. I got this black multicolor polka dot just because it was fun. Can always add it to door rounds when I need those colors. I got this one because I didn't have a whole lot of, I have navy, but I didn't have a whole lot of royal blue. I'm going to do some football and sports related door hangers this fall. And I knew I would need some blue for some of like the sports teams. And then I'm going to try to get a bunch of fall gnomes made. So I found this muslin remnants. And then, like I said, I'm going to do some football and sports related door rounds. I already have some fabric with the green and white football field. So this was perfect. And then this is why you know that the apocalypse is upon us, because, but let me preface this by saying, I know my local market. I know that not everyone is a KU fan, so this was in the remnants. And yes, I'm touching it, and no, I don't have hives. I know I'm crazy and I only use purple at Halloween, but again, I know my market, and there's going to be some people that want a K-State football door hanger. So yes, the apocalypse is upon us. Get your tinfoil hats on, friends, because it is near. If Robin bought K-State fabric. Okay, let me get my voodoo stain and maybe tell you a little bit about it. If I can find it. So I have, it's called Voodoo Gel Stain. I think there's just lots of different things you can use. You can, I watched a video this weekend of, Benita says, girl, I'm so proud of you. Well, it's not that I really wanted to, but again, I know my market. So if I want to sell stuff, I have to make K-State stuff. So it is water-based. You can mix the two colors together. I watched a video this weekend of a lady who mixed the Au Naturel, which is kind of a whitewash, and then they have a turquoise tinted one. We're not carrying the tinted one, but like Flipping Fabulous downtown carries the turquoise. So you can mix these together. You can mix them with paint, but they are completely water-based. I haven't used mine yet, but I have the Tobacco Road. It's kind of the brown. And then I have Up and Smoke, which is the gray. And these are kind of separated a bit. I don't know. I just started watching videos on them. So I'll have to figure out more about them. So yeah. But I'll pull some information out of the product guide for you. So I think that's it. But, oh wait, maybe not. I also want to let you know about the color of the month is Orion. I believe it's a shimmer purple. I don't think it's sold out yet. I haven't checked, but I have a feeling it'll sell out pretty soon because everyone's always asking about purple. The Club Couture for the month is this Blueberries Transfer, and it comes with 2 ink singles and this cute little tote bag. And then ignore the graphic in the middle, but now through the 7th, if you spend $70 and use the code BDAY20, you can get 20% off. And if you're a Perks member and you spend $70, you get a quick dry tool for free. And that's the 1st through the 7th. That is to celebrate Chocatour's 7th birthday. They turned 7 on July 1st. So happy birthday to Chocatour. Woot woot. And again, if you are interested in this fall transfer that I used tonight, I have one left. I will be putting it up for sale. It is retired. It's from 2018. So if you want it, first come, first serve. And I will put the link up as soon as I get it posted. So just let me know, or put fall in the comments and I will send you more information. It is a size D transfer, so it's 18 by 18. So just let me know. Oops. I have the wrong screen pulled up. Let me go back to my comments. Oops. Okie doke. With that, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Thanks for hanging out with me while I made this cute little Hello Fall door hanger. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me on my Friday Night Live. So I hope to do another project this weekend. This really helps me get stuff out, started, finished, and out the door. So keep on keeping on. So if I don't see you, though, have a great weekend, and I will see you in my next crafty video. Thanks for watching.